Right.
Yes, it was Veterans Day, so we obviously want to thank our all our veterans out there. It's also the 24th anniversary of the crash of Flight 587 out in the Rockaways, which impacted numerous communities in New York City. And so we just want to make sure that those events are not forgotten. Anyway, first up on the agenda, the adoption of meeting minutes from the October meeting of finance. I see Janice up in Buffalo. Hello, Janice.
Morning.
Can I get a motion to approve those meeting minutes?
So moved.
Janice, and I will second that, and all in favor, aye, none opposed, no abstentions. That motion carries. We have two matters on the agenda. First up is NISAC, and that's Steve will be presenting. Thank you, Steve.
Morning. The Finance Committee is being asked to recommend that the full board adopt the necessary documents for a 25-year fixed and or variable rate tax exempt and or taxable bond issue, an amount not to exceed $17.5 million on behalf of NYSARC Inc. NYSARC Inc. does business as the ARC of New York and is a leading advocate and service provider for the developmentally disabled. Started in 1949, NYSARC is a not-for-profit corporation that through its 35 chapters currently serves over 60,000 people. The programs and services provided by NYSARC are state mandated and supported, and DASNY's experience with NYSARC goes back to 1988. NYSARC has always paid its debt service on time and in full, and as of September 30th, NYSARC has approximately $46 million in DASNY bonds outstanding across 5 series of bonds. Proposed bond issue is expected to finance or refinance approximately 22 projects, including residential, rehabilitation, administrative, and clinic space for approximately 9 participating chapters. Security includes a pledge and assignment of certain public funds allocable to the participating NYSARC chapters, the statutory authority to intercept this aid in the event NYSARC defaults in the payment of debt service under the loan agreement or fails to replenish a debt service reserve fund after a withdrawal, mortgages on certain real property, and a debt service reserve fund. The bonds are anticipated to be rated AA2 by Moody's. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Steve. Any questions or concerns?
No questions.
Just note, Steve, right, that the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities, they review and approve the use of these proceeds from the not-for-profits.
So OPWDD, they review the projects that receive the PPA. In this financing, 20 of the 22 projects receive PPA. There are 2 non-PPA projects, one for the Erie chapter and one for the Monroe chapter. Both of those projects have been fully vetted under NYSARC's established financial and governance controls. In addition, while OPWDD doesn't review and approve the non-PPA projects, the full project list was provided to OPWDD, and they had no objection to including those 2 projects in this current financing.
Thank you for clarifying that. Any other questions or concerns by Janice or any other board members who are present? Hearing none, I'll ask for motion to recommend that this be approved at the board meeting, which will shortly follow this meeting. Thank you, Janice. Appreciate that. Second, I will second it. All in favor, aye. Aye. There are none opposed. There are no abstentions. So that motion carries. Thank you again, Janice and Steve. Next up is the Columbia offering, and Dave is presenting it, I believe. I got that right, Dave?
That's correct. Good morning, everyone. The Finance Committee is being asked to recommend to the full board a resolution to proceed for a financing in an amount not to exceed $295 million with a term not to exceed 35 years on behalf of Columbia University. Bond proceeds are expected to be used for the following purposes. Approximately $184.5 million will be used to refinance tax-exempt commercial paper notes issued by DASNY. Over the past year, the university has utilized commercial paper to finance various projects that were previously approved by the board, including a 34-story building housing graduate students and faculty members on the Manhattan campus, as well as construction of an 81,000 square foot research building on the medical center campus which is expected to be completed in fall of 26. Bond proceeds will refinance the balance of the university's commercial paper program, which is currently outstanding in a total amount of $184.5 million. An additional $15.5 million of new money proceeds will be used to finance these projects, as well as costs associated with various other construction and renovation projects at the Morningside Heights Medical Center and Manhattanville campuses. The remaining $95 million will be used to refund all or a portion of the university's Series 2016 A2 and 2016 B bonds. These bonds are callable on April 1st of 2026 and are being refunded for savings. Assuming current market conditions, a net present value savings in the range of $7.6 million or 8.2% of the refunded bonds is expected. The university is currently rated AAA by Moody's and AAA by S&P, and it's anticipated that the 2026 bonds will be an unsecured general obligation of the university. Just to highlight some recent financial information, demand and enrollment has remained stable since fall of 21, with no significant change in the university's freshman applications, acceptance ratio, and matriculation ratio. The 60,000 freshman applicants for fall of 24, just 2,326 were accepted, indicating an acceptance rate of 3.9%. And for fall of 2024, the reported total headcount enrollment was 34,397. While demand and enrollment data has not been finalized for fall of 2025, it's expected that freshman applications and total FTE enrollment be in line with fall 2024 levels based on preliminary data. International student enrollment for fall of 25 is also expected to be comparable with fall of 2024. When looking at operations, the fiscal year 2025 audit was just released, and for fiscal year 25, Columbia reported operating revenues of $6.7 billion and an operating surplus of $74.1 million. Operating margins have been positive in each of the last 4 years. The university's revenues are diverse, with net tuition and fees accounting for just 24% of total revenue for fall of 25, or fiscal year 25, excuse me. As far as the balance sheet, the university has reported total net assets of $20.5 billion at fiscal year end 25, of which $8.3 billion were unrestricted. Total net assets have increased by $891.8 million, or 4.5% since fiscal year of 21. And at fiscal year end 2025, Columbia reported investments with a total market value of $16.5 billion. And that concludes my report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Dave. Janice, any comments or concerns?
None.
Thank you. Anybody, other board members present? Anything? Any questions? Columbia has been a long-standing client of DASNY, obviously a important part of New York City, as well as the entire country. I'll ask for a motion to approve, well, not to approve. We don't have that authority. We will recommend approval.
So moved.
Thanks very much, Janice. I will second that. All in favor, aye. Aye, none opposed, no abstentions. That motion carries. I believe that concludes finance agenda. Am I right, Portia? I don't have anything else?
Yep, that's correct. Thank you, Jerry.
Portia, so unless anyone has any questions or concerns for finance, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn so we can get into the full board meeting.
So moved.
Thank you so very much, Janice. I'll second that. All in favor, aye. None opposed, no abstentions. That motion carries. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I now turn this over to you.
Stop.
Oh.